Caleb going to throw right away. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Complete to DK Metcalf. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Buying time to his left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
From the gun, here's Williams. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing is Williams. Got a man, it's Brown. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 15. And a Steeler first down.
Looking to throw is Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook.
Williams pass.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
And it's 3rd down.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw, Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Brown from 17 yards out. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Looking to throw. McKee. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, McKee. Quick throw there is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it. This is Blake Corum. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Cook, 33 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Chargers nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Here's McKee. That one out wide and intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Here's Williams. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-0.
Chargers nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Corum now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Well, McKee will look to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Corum. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. To throw, it's Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Caleb Williams keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Steelers 28, Chargers nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And McKee now. Here's a diving catch right side. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
McKee to throw here. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And a potential turning point as I get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And bulldozing his way through. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. McKee now to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Up the middle, here's Corum. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. McKee. And he fires one incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McKee. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Up the middle, it's Cook. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Pickens going in motion left. They run it again with Cook. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Cook, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing to start the drive. McKee. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Left side, Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To the air, Williams. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo. And they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Cameron Dicker.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
To the right side, this is Corum. Oh, some strong running. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10.
Back to throw. McKee. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a gain of 9.
From the 46, here's second and a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
On the give, it's Corum. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Looking to throw. McKee. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances.
Williams pass complete to George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Back to throw. McKee. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. McKee. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run straight ahead with Corum. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
First down, Steelers.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for.